Welcome to Inverness. Let's begin the tour. We are walking in the heart of the city. We're going to take a walk and discover what there is to see. Learn about some history and help you get familiar with Inverness if you're planning a trip. So let's begin. The restaurant on the left is Girvans. It's very popular. They serve various Scottish dishes and also baked goods. Inverness is known as the capital of the Scottish Highlands. Inverness frequently ranks as one of the happiest places to live in Scotland. It has been a trade hub for centuries. The city officially gained city status in the year 2000. The city sits right on the Great Glen Fault, a major geological line. The land north of that fault line was once part of the Americas, roughly 540 to 250 million years ago. You'll find beautiful old stone architecture in the city. The city officially gained city status in 2000. It is one of Europe's fastest growing cities. The river Ness flows for roughly 7.5 miles right through the city. It flows into Loch Ness, the site of the legendary Loch Ness monster. The city is known for its warm Highland welcome. Settlement here dates back to at least the 6th century. Saint Columba reportedly visited this area long ago. Legend says the city is named after an ancient Pictish river goddess, Nessa. Scottish artist Jerry Rafferty sings this song, Baker Street. He was once in a band with legendary comic Billy Connolly, the Humblebums. The Victorian market is another hidden gem close by. Inverness was actually once the ancient capital of the Picts. With around 80,000 residents, it is the largest hub in the Highlands. The history of the Jacobites is felt everywhere. Culloden battlefield is only a short drive away. In 1746, the Jacobite risings ended there. It was the final pitched battle on British soil. In 1668, a massive war over cheese famously broke out in these streets. Local street performers regularly provide a cheerful soundtrack here. Shakespeare used Inverness Castle as the setting for King Duncan's murder. Just across the street is the Inverness Museum and Art Gallery. It is a brilliant place to dive deeper into Highland culture. This is the Caledonian, a historic and traditional pub. It is a beloved local spot known for a great pint and live music. You will find plenty of great spots for Scottish souvenirs here. Let's take a look at the Inverness Townhouse. The Inverness Townhouse is a stunning piece of architecture from the 1800s. It is built in the beautiful Flemish Baronial style and features a carved coat of arms. The very first recorded sighting of the Loch Ness monster was nearby in 565 AD. Despite being so far north, the coastal position gives it a surprisingly mild climate. Inverness serves as a major commercial hub for the whole of northern Scotland. The city is a great base for the North Coast 500, a popular scenic driving route around the northern coast. The restaurants here feature international flavours and classic Scottish dishes. Many traditional pubs host live music at night. This is the place to enjoy the city. This vintage cafe was actually once a cinema. Here is Lauder's Bar, a local staple since 1852. Church Street is the oldest street in Inverness. Old graveyards here hold a dark history. Jacobites were executed here after Culloden in 1746. Here is a quick glance down Victorian Union Street. Inverness is the northernmost city in the UK. We will keep heading straight down Church Street. Inverness is a great place for a bespoke kilt. You can often hear live traditional music here. Let's take a quick detour down this hidden alley.
Is that what they're going afterwards? I don't think they are.
Fishmongers used these alleys a century ago. Just ahead are the doors to the Victorian market. Here is the first dedicated whiskey bar in town. The malt room has over 300 whiskies. We will head back out to the main street. Turning right, we rejoin Church Street. On our right is Perk, famous for donuts. On weekends, this cafe is an espresso martini bar. Hootenanny hosts world-famous traditional music. We will cross over this junction to continue. The city centre has a wonderful, bustling energy. Black Isle Bar serves organic beer and pizza. They grow their own ingredients on a nearby farm. If you visit, check out the secret rooftop. It's easy to miss it if you don't know it's there. We are passing a pub named the King's Highway. That was the 13th century name for Church Street. The King's Highway is a J.D. Wetherspoon bar. Wetherspoon is a franchise that's found all over the UK. On our right is Woodwinter's, a famous whiskey merchant. It's the perfect place to sample a local Highland dram. Up ahead, you will notice a beautiful stone archway. This historic site is known as Bow Court. It was once a boarding hostel for local schoolboys. At the very back is a beautiful hidden garden. Let's head back out through the archway. Directly across is the MacDougall Clansman Hotel. On our right sits the organic Wild Pancake Company. It is a favourite local spot for a sweet treat. Across the road is the Walrus and Corkscrew. This cosy bar offers a great selection of wine and cheese. We are heading down this narrow path towards the river. On our right is the historic Old High Church. It was built in the 1700s in the Gothic style. This narrow passage takes us right to the riverside. Ahead is the Victorian-era Greg Street Bridge. We will wait here at the crossing to reach the water. We are now stepping onto the Greg Street footbridge. This Victorian suspension bridge was built in 1881. It's famous locally for its slight bounce as you walk. Here is the Presbyterian Free North Church. We have a nice view of the River Ness from here. The bridge sways gently as we walk over the river. The views from here are absolutely spectacular. Historic stone buildings sit on the opposite bank. The bridge cost £1,400 to build in 1880. The water flows steadily through the heart of the city. This is a popular and vital salmon fishing spot. Huntley Street runs directly parallel to the river. Just across the road is the River House restaurant. They serve a wide range of fresh seafood and shellfish. The bridge spans perfectly across the calm waters. Take a moment to enjoy the nice view. This is St Mary's Catholic Church, built in 1837. Many castles have stood at this location since 1057. The last castle here was blown up in 1746. This red sandstone structure was built in the 1800s.